Hello and welcome to the Horizon Camper Builds YouTube channel. My name is Eli, and in today's video, I'm going to show you my personal rig, a classic 1989 GMC Suburban 3/4 ton. I did purchase this rig over a year ago, and I did make a video showing it to you just as I got it. Since then, I've been slowly fixing it and upgrading it. It is an ongoing project between other camper builds, and the work is not completed yet. So today, this is just going to be a video update on everything that has been done on it so far, but do expect future videos on this rig when I hopefully complete the entire project. For now, enjoy the video. So here it is. This is my 1989 GMC Suburban 3/4 ton. It has 4-wheel drive, and it is also the diesel model. It has the 6.2 Detroit diesel in it. Not a very popular engine because it was very underpowered and slow. However, owning this for over a year and driving it around, I found it to be very reliable. It starts up every time. It runs really well, and also it gets decent gas mileage on the highway. I think I was getting at some point up to 18 miles per gallon. These Suburbans are often referred to as square body Suburbans. The square bodies are the 7th generation Suburbans. They ran from the mid-70s all the way to the early 90s with this body style. And this is absolutely my favorite body style out of all the Suburbans. This is my passenger SUV. It is also my work truck and my 4x4 overland camper. Speaking of overland camping, let me go ahead and show you some of the upgrades. We do have a really nice off-road bumper that has LED lights integrated in it. You could see the heavy-duty shackles, and we also have a heavy-duty XRC 12,000-pound winch. This rig weighs almost 9,000 pounds, so having a heavy-duty winch helps it a lot. The front grille originally was chrome, so I thought I'd freshen it up, give it a better look, and I went ahead and painted it black. This Suburban has a 6-inch lift with 35-inch all-terrain tires on 16-inch off-road wheels. Being that it's a 4-wheel drive, it has a solid front axle that has manual locking hubs, and the rear axle is a 14-bolt with automatic lockers. This is another reason why I love these Suburbans, because these are the last to offer a solid front axle. Having a solid front axle makes it a little bit more capable off-road, especially if it has front and rear lockers. In my previous video, if you watched it, you would notice that there were stickers everywhere from the previous owner. I spent an entire day taking all those stickers out, freshening up the paint, fixing it a little bit, and now it looks way better than when I first got it. I also added this gray line separating the factory white paint and the black Rhino liner. I thought the final result looked amazing. Now it looks very retro. It looks like it rolled off the factory floor with this paint option, so I'm pretty happy with it. Also, I did end up doing a gray line around the rear window. The reason why I did that is because there was some rust forming under the gasket of the window. So I ended up taking both rear windows out, sanded down the rust, went ahead and applied rust-proof paint, and finished it off with that gray Rhino liner. And also, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Here we see some really nice wide side steps to allow you to enter the Suburban, but also to get access to the 4x8 roof basket, which has a very long LED light bar. We do have a fixed 100-watt solar panel that's going to charge 3 batteries, 2 front batteries and rear auxiliary battery. More lights on the side tilting downwards so you can shine the area right next to the Suburban. We have a rear one over there and another one on the other side. Moving towards the back, we see another rear off-road custom bumper. I really like this bumper because it has 2 swing out arms, These lock when you open them, allowing you to open the tailgate without bumping into the swing out arms. We also have a 31-inch spare tire, and we also have 2 diesel jerry cans. This swing out arm will feature a placeholder for a high lift jack. I don't have a high lift jack at the moment, but I will be getting one very soon. Down here you see the heavy duty shackles on the bumper, as well as the integrated LED lights that come on when you place this truck in reverse. This 3/4 ton Suburban does have the tow package, and I believe they were rated around 8,000 pounds of towing. I love the way this thing looks. It looks way better after I went ahead and fixed the paint, applied that gray line, and obviously removed all the stickers. So that's pretty much what it looks like on the outside. Let me go ahead and open it up to show you the interior of this rig. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the interior of this Suburban. In my previous video, when I showed you the interior, we had some, seat covers on the front seats. The door handles were coming apart. The glove compartment was missing a lock. The control panel switch for all the lights was actually located here. So I fixed everything. I went ahead and relocated the control panel down here in front of the 4-wheel drive shifter. I created this custom box for it, so it's much easier to reach rather than having it awkwardly placed under the steering wheel. I also created a battery switch. We do have a isolator option on this rig, but we also have a manual cutoff switch. There are 2 front batteries and there's 1 rear auxiliary battery, and if I don't want the connection to be established between the batteries, I can go ahead and switch it off. I did mention that the door handles were broken. We actually have 2 door handles for some reason. I guess this is a handle as well as an armrest. So I used the broken one as a mold, and I created this custom wood 3/4 inch pine wood handle, and I tried to color match it to the fake wood that you see inside this interior. I also added a rear camera monitor so I can better see behind me. This can be turned off manually by pressing this button. Here we see a center console. It's a really nice lockable metal center console with a really comfortable armrest. You could see a lot of storage in here, but it also has 2 cup holders. I love the interior color of this Suburban. It's a really cool blue. Also, you could see the headliner is in really good shape. This is not the original headliner. It has been improved to be vinyl, so I don't have to worry about it sagging over time. I was really happy when I removed the seat covers on these front seats that I did not find any surprises underneath, so the front seats actually look pretty awesome. Also, I did end up taking the entire interior out. I took all the seats out, I took all the carpet, the entire carpet out, ended up washing it and also installing Dynamat to help with the soundproofing. Let me briefly just kind of show you the rest of this interior. Everything works. The power door locks and mirrors, all the dials are reading pretty accurately. Here is your climate controls. Heater and AC work really well. I do have an aftermarket JVC Bluetooth stereo. Down here we have rear defroster, rear AC, which it comes with, and it actually does work. And here's your power window switch for that rear tailgate window. Let me show you the second row seats. So you could see this is now my 5-passenger SUV, including me as a driver. You could see a very big bench seat. 3 people can comfortably sit here. All the seat belts are available. Now, it did come with a 3rd row seat, so this was an 8-passenger SUV, but I did not need the 3rd row, so I ended up getting rid of it and just keeping it as a 5-passenger SUV. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and fold down the 2nd row bench seat and show you how I can use this Suburban as my work truck. Okay, so I went ahead and folded down the 2nd row. It folds nice and flat. And now we have created a truck bed. You could see all the space I have behind the bottom cushion of the second row seat. We have over 95 inches of length. From the edge of the wheel well all the way to the other side, I have about 52 inches of width. This will allow me to transport 4x8 sheets of plywood and much more. This is why I haven't done a build yet, is because I am using this as a work truck to be able to transport lumber for other camper builds. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you from the back. You can see the tailgate is open, just like a regular truck. And you can get a better view of the amount of space that is in here when the seats are folded flat. You could see the swing out arm is completely out of the way and it's pretty much locked in position. We do have this handle that locks it in place, so it's not obstructing the tailgate in any way, shape, or form. Same on this side. Right over here, you see my own version of a Blue Yeti or a Jackery. I have built this custom battery box. It's very much capable. It is rated at 200 amp hour battery, lithium ion. It's got a 2000 watt pure sine inverter, and we also have 2 solar controllers. One of them is for the fixed 100 watt solar panel that's on the roof, and the other one has a 220 watt portable solar panels that I can put anywhere within 30 feet of this rig. So the total solar power would be about 320 watts, which is plenty to keep the rear battery topped off, as well as the front batteries, because we do have a smart isolator that connects both batteries together when the voltage is high, so the solar panels can charge or can keep the front batteries nice and charged, so that way every time you'd be able to start the rig without any problems. This of course would occur when the sun is available. In case the sun is not available, then what you can do is you can go ahead and turn on the engine, and the alternator would bring the voltage really high, which would allow the isolator to establish connection between the 2 front batteries and the rear power station, the 200 amp hour lithium ion battery that's back here. So essentially the alternator would be like a generator. So there's multiple ways to keep the batteries charged and topped off, either by solar or by engine power. I'm going to go ahead and show you the front side of this custom made power station. You could see this is where the 2000 watt inverter is. You could see the long extension cords that I use to power up some of my tools, but I can also use this thing for camping purposes. This is why I created it. I wanted it to be capable enough to power some, heavy tools, but also be able to power like, maybe a microwave or a coffee maker for camping. Right above this custom made power station, I have installed a light switch that if I turn on, the LED lights will come on that are on the roof rack to shine the tailgate. There's also the spotlights right here that will also be turned on both sides of the rig. There's another light switch on this pillar that if I press, the interior lights will come on manually. And finally, I could use this as my camper. So even though there is no build in here, I can still lay down a mattress on the floor and be able to sleep comfortably inside this Suburban. There's tons of space to be able to move around, to be able to sleep. I can have 1 or 2 mattresses right next to each other. Ideally, I would like to have a bed platform with some drawers, but that's something I will be doing hopefully in the near future. So that concludes today's video tour on my classic '89 GMC square body Suburban. Stay tuned for the next video where I will show you a camper build custom made for this rig. Thank you for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed. Until next time, take care and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.